What's good, world? You already know what it is. Yours truly, Mr. Major League, always doing saying. This is the old throttle body. I just took it off of my 2012 Chevy Impala LS. And then I got my new throttle body sitting over here waiting on me. But you can see the reason why I'm having this rough idle situation. Look at all that carbon buildup. I don't know if you can really see it. But yeah, we done took care of that. We done bought a new one. Shout out Part Geeks, partgeek.com, I believe that is, for the replacement part. Beautiful. And you have to replace your gasket as well. This is the old gasket. I have to remove this one. This is the connector to the new throttle, the computer sensor connection. This is your vacuum pump that goes here. And this is the vacuum pump that goes to recycle the engine deposits or oil, whatever they was talking about on that. That's that one. And I used the T20 star bit to just go ahead and remove my air sensor going into my going into the throttle body from your other side of your engine filter. And the reason why I just took it out and unscrewed the whole sensor and just took it out instead of unplugging it was because I could keep it all together first, and it was so much easier to just get it out of my way that way. I don't know, just kept it. It was just easier to unscrew it. I got this new toolbox and it's beautiful, so that's what we're doing with it. Got my new part right here, and waiting on this thing. Finally got it. Merry Christmas. Get your car right, you know what I mean? Bam. Got a new gasket right here. Got a new gasket here. And I'm actually going to clean this throttle body and take off the idle controller, the casing for this, and clean this out. And I'm probably going to post it and resell it. Probably just buy a whole nother piece for the side and just replace the entire one. This is the brand new one. Brand new. Right out the box. You know, all clean and shiny and stuff. You're gonna get some good performance out of this. And then that just bolts right on up. So that's what's going on. That's what's goody. We'll just put the old throttle body back in the box for now. And you gotta let your car cool off a little bit. I highly recommend letting your car cool before doing this project. What's up, Mr. Cat? Feed him once. He done came back, but he been eating with me. Shout out to my wife for the new tools, boy. But she a blessing for these tools. But I got a hammer. I got everything I need. I got a tape measure, needle nose, wrench, Allen key, every tool bit. The other bits over there, the thing. I can fix my glass with the small. Man, come on, man. God is good, but he sent me a special person to do that. Now back to the project. Oh, this the other advice when doing projects like this. You always want to keep some type of bowl or dish to keep all of your screws and whatnot just more organized and keep everything togetherness. And it was a T20 the star T20 star bit to take off the screws that go into my sensor, airflow sensor here. Went ahead and just did that, removed that. Okay. Bear with me for a second, y'all. Trying to get this thing set up so y'all can see what I'm over here doing. How that work? Y'all in there? Y'all in there? You can see what's going on. Oh yeah, it's a great day to be a major mechanic, right? I'm gonna take this old gasket on out of there. Yeah. Yeah, that thing's nasty. Just gonna go ahead and remove the old one. It's all gunky and just dirty and grimy, just holding the space and the air and the dirt, going back and forth between plastic and metal. That's just how it worked out. Just toss that on out. And now if you're still following with me, you're gonna come right here and try to just, you know, take a nice cloth and just clean out some of that deposits that may have went behind your throttle body. It's always good to just have clean connections when you're doing new stuff. Makes life a lot easier. Shout out GM, you know, for making some of the toughest cars out there, man. I love Chevys. I'm a Chevy fan all day. Sometimes you just gotta take your hands and get more hands-on with your car, you know. You know what they say about men and their cars and stuff and their women, you know, you gotta just get in there sometimes, put your finger in the hole and just keep putting your finger in the hole, you know what I'm saying? Like, just clean it until it's clean. By hand. You know, ain't nothing wrong with by hand. Clean it as best I can, you know, save me some money and some time. Save the engine, it's the engine life, you know. Over 100,000 miles on my car, of course. I keep constantly changing my my cabin air filter. It's very important. Just for, you know, got the Tesla that has one of the best cabin air filtration systems. People get sick, you know, the influenza. You know, you keep yourself safe. Not saying I gotta be bubble boy, but you know, I like to keep my cabin air filter clean. You know what I mean? I like to smell the seats. I got leather seats. A sports car guy. It's bad as fuck. So if you're following with me, you're just gonna come here and just go around the groove with your new gasket till it's snugly in this nice circle. And it fits perfect because that's what GM does. They make their parts to go perfectly where they're supposed to go. I might have to replace them a little bit more often or upgrade on the stronger parts. But for the majority of it, it works perfectly. And that's all it's supposed to do. It just bridges the gap between plastic and metal. That's all this gasket is doing. It has the little teeth and groove on it so it fits snugly in there. Just play with it a little bit to get it to fit. And now we're ready to proceed with the process of putting on our new throttle body. If you're following me, like, subscribe. Are you gonna be the cameraman? Oh yeah, that fits beautifully in place of the old one. And these are 10mm bolts. 10mm bolts. Just rebolt the new one on. Got my new gasket in place. And I never tighten them all the way down at first. Whenever you're attaching something new, you always one in the top, one in the bottom, and hold it in place. And then you come back and make your adjustments. Because I want this gasket to have nice even pressure all the way throughout. Don't want any dirt getting trapped in between or behind it. Bridge that gap so all that air that I'm intaking goes all into my engine. I want the best gas mileage and performance out of this throttle body. It's gonna save my pockets. Car mechanics. And I'm pretty much just getting ready to just reassemble everything I took apart. About 20 minutes or less. I mean, I did a little prep work before I cut the camera on. Shout out parkgeeks.com, right? That was the website? Park Geek or Geeks? Yeah, Parks Geek. Shout out to you guys for making this so easy to do at home. And it bolts right on. I mean, it's a beautiful 4 bolts, couple connections. Nothing major on this one. Shout out to my mama. You know what I'm saying? We did it this time. Car mechanics. Even my wife was under the hood working on the prep work on this one. So I know this one out of 0 to 10 on difficulty for this job, I say it's a 5. It's about a 5. Just because you need some common sense on moving certain things out of your way and how you go about doing it. So now I'm just manipulating my gasket just to make sure it has a good seal with the metal throttle body. And I think we're just going to adjust it by pulling it up as I tighten it. Because the way the throttle body's angled in position is almost in a downward position. So we're going to get a little slack on the top because of this angle. So if I hold it up while I tighten it, this should put it right back in the perfect position to do what I need it to do. It ain't ready yet. Yeah, that's what it's supposed to be right now. So we just gonna by hand come back and just finesse our top bolts first. See? And now you don't see any gasket on the top, meaning that it's sealed like it's supposed to be. And then you come and you do the same thing to your bottom. And this is just, you know, securing that pressure in between the seal. The top one is the most important to me. Oh, you want to do something? Oh, I thought you was trying to come do something. I was waiting on you. And then I just was like, I'm losing sunlight now, so I might as well. Don't forget to plug your throttle body back into your new computer sensor here. Because it's at the bottom. See what I'm saying? So if I would have forgot to do this and put everything else back, that might have been a little difficult to get to. So that's why I say I'll give it a level 5 difficulty on this job. It's just some common sense mechanicals. For somebody who's a beginner, they may, you know, that's a common one to forget. You know, you did all that hard work and you forgot to reattach the connector. Like you ready to play the game and you didn't plug in your controller. What's going on with my... Okay. Oh, you want to do it? Like you don't over ratchet it. You ratchet it till it's snug. You put a little twist on it to give it some pressure, and that's it. The way they designed it, it has metal inside of your post here. So if you over torque it, guess what you just did? You did it. Exactly. You cross threaded the... And people don't understand how important that is. To not cross thread, but you shouldn't ever cross thread anything because you should never be over torquing anything. You tighten it to about, you know, you didn't even see me put no extra flex on it. Now go over there and try to see if you can, you know, you ain't gonna be able to move it. It's not loose, wiggly at all. They've designed that perfectly to grab that and hold it. Just like that. See that? It ain't going nowhere. It's firm. So now we in the building. New throttle body is in position. It's bolted on, secured. What do we need now? Oh, I need to put my This my YouTube. Oh, this going on YouTube, so this my YouTube video. Like a how-to to help somebody else with a 2012 Chevy Impala throttle body situation. Get your life back together. Probably make more sense to put the box back together first. Sometimes you just gotta use logic. Some common sense with it. Secure the box. Put the boxes in place. That's about right like that. And my vacuum went this way. And if you look at your hosing, you can see on top of your air box, it's a slight, that little piece that pokes down, yeah, that's not on accident. And then you take your firm coat, twist it to the right to tighten it back on. Scrunch it down, slide your new throttle body into position on your new hosing. Air hosing, whatever. Squeeze this back over to the right. Properly, right? Because that was still kind of sticking out. That looks nice. It's in there really clean. Alright, so those are in place. Tighten these up at the end. That shit don't go there. That shit go. Oh no, she don't go there either.
Yeah, it goes on that one.
Yeah.
Right where you were putting it on, that's where it goes.
Oh. Yeah, I forgot.
And then the one is above it.
Snap on, that's my vacuum, though. This is the other vacuum. Plug that back in. But this one a little tricky the way you gotta manipulate it. But she on there. Plug her back there. T20. Take your T20 star. Get your universal screwdriver set. Take your dish, which you keep all your bolts and screws in. It's simple mechanics, guys, you know. It's a level 5 difficulty. I give it level 5. Because some people might get lost with the T20. Like, did you have to unscrew the T with the T20 star? Like, no, you didn't. But for me, it was just easier to keep it all plugged together. I just got this brand new tool set from the wife, you know what I mean? And, you know I love her now, because me and my tools, might love the tools more than I love her, right? I got them tools, boy. It just looks good. Just looking good. Everything's properly connected. Everything's right back where it's supposed to be. I switch out my T20 for a screwdriver bit. And I just screw tight my connections. And I believe that's a job well done. I get to go eat a big piece of chicken now. Major League Mechanics, boy. In the building. That's what we do. Right, like I said before, how do you know if it's the right tightness? You don't over tighten it. All these times I'm screwing it. What you think it's doing? It's holding it. You know what I'm saying? It's not gonna come loose, but you just wanna make sure you have a really strong airtight compression thing going on with the way this air comes in this box going to this new throttle body. I told you I want to get the most out of it. So I don't want to lose any air pressure or over tighten any of my screws. See that? That hose and got that flex in it. That's good. You don't want your hoses to be tight. They may crack or break. That's Major League in the building, baby. Signing off, man. Hey, get your car tuned up. You need a new throttle body for a 2012 Chevy. You don't want to do it yourself? Come find me. Buy the part. If I got to buy the part, I'm going to tax you. But if you don't want me to tax you, then buy the part. I'll charge you like 40 to put it in. I ain't even going to lie. Give me 40, man. I got you. In the building.